Let's get this rolling.
So, welcome. We're just going to be asking you a few questions about your career and the shows you've been working on.
Did you always know that you wanted to work in art and set design?
Very good question. Does anyone? The reality is, I'd be lying if I said I knew what I wanted to do. From where I came from, it was a very poor working class background. There was no television, there was no iPads, there was no phones, and what you had mostly to entertain yourself with was the radio. And curiously, the radio feeds your imagination because you have to conjure up the images for yourself. You are in a void, it's a vacuum. So that voice coming out, and I remember things like Lost in Space. I mean, I'd rush home from school in the same way the kids would today to watch Doctor Who or those kind of things. And I think it helped me. I think it helped me develop an imagination. And I would make puppet theatres quite often. My parents encouraged me with all of that kind of stuff. I wanted to go off, work in a factory, have a Vespa. I don't know if you know what a Vespa is, but it was a kind of scooter. I wanted a pair of winkle pickers, a mohair suit, and a girlfriend. I didn't have that desperate need to go to art school. I liked drawing, and I liked the feeling of achieving something. I give it to my mum, for Christmas or a birthday. But I didn't really understand what that meant. Now, cut to the age where I'm several decades older than you, about 45, I'm going through a little bit of a personal crisis, and I'm talking to my parents. And they say to me, John, look, there are people that believe in you, and people that have kind of expressed themselves to us. I said, well, what are you talking about? And they said, well, when you were 15, or 14 and a half actually, Mr. Birchall came round to our house when you weren't at home and said, John has to go to art school. Because if he doesn't go to art school, I would have wasted all the years I've been teaching. I'm very aware that, and particularly for boys these days, that there isn't the outlet that I had. There isn't that sort of safety valve. There's much too much emphasis put on academic studies and not enough on the imagination.
What's your dream show to design for? What show would you love to design for?
One that I wrote myself. No, there is no such thing. The show that's downstairs, I did for myself. It's the first time in my life that I've done something for myself. I did the sculptures independent of my theatre career, but parallel with it. Some of those sculptures are 20, 30 years old. They weren't done yesterday, and they've been in my garden, and they've been in my studio. But in a way, it's the culmination of 50 years of working. And in a way, I'm actually I'm most proud of that than almost anything else. And over the years I've worked with Jagger on, tours, and Michael, as I said, Michael wrote me a song as a favour because he phoned me up about 4 o'clock in the morning one day. Hi John. It's Michael. Michael who? What? It's 4. Oh, Michael. Hello, Michael. What are you doing? Well, John, I'm going to do a tour of, it's called Bad, and, you did the Captain, I'd like, could you make me some costumes? And I couldn't do them because I had a zillion things to do. So I said to him, look, Michael, I'll spend tomorrow, I'll do a bunch of drawings, I'll fax them to you. If you like them, you can have them. And you'll have to get a wardrobe supervisor to make them room, because I can't get to LA, it's not a chance. Oh, thank you, John. Oh, thank you. And they could be a bit like Starlight too, right? Yeah, okay, great. End of that. And, it's just, what goes around comes around, I guess, if you do people. It doesn't matter what level they're at. It really doesn't. If you're human and you make contact with people, you've got to kind of, be honest and be as giving as you can. And it pays dividends.